Hi everyone, and welcome to Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig. I am Leslie Ray, and tonight we are working on projects that you can give your teachers or your neighbors. Every year we make a little basket, and in the basket we put in several little goodies, make some treats and stuff, and then we also usually make some sort of an ornament and do some good things. So I'm going to share with you for a little bit. One of the things Sam wants to make for her teacher this year is some coasters. So we're gonna work on that with Sam, and I'll show you how fun that is to do with your kid, and maybe inspire you to do some things yourself. Of course, you know, when you're talking about doing things like this, you need to always remember that any of those projects we did over for Halloween can translate into Christmas. You know, the little sour cream containers, put Halloween or Christmas paper on it, stick Christmas goodies in it. It's now a Halloween or a Christmas treat instead of a Halloween treat. Also, the little rectangle or triangle foldy up thing that we were doing out of the rectangle. Hello, that shape is a Christmas tree. Could also be a Santa Claus. Welcome, Pam. So all of those kinds of things, you know, can be same idea redone. So I don't want to redo those for you because that would be no fun. Because you saw me do them at Halloween. You can go watch the Halloween video. Ah, Mommy made it. Yes, Ustream is being crazy tonight. I hope everybody gets in okay. I explained earlier I was having some Ustream issues, and so I'm glad I'm here. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to share with you was one of my favorite recipes. We have traditionally what goes inside our baskets that we take to our teachers is some baked goods or some non-baked goods. There's lots of treats that you can make that don't require an oven. Fudge, for instance, and we always use the fantasy fudge recipe that's on the back of the marshmallow cream. You know, there's a very simple recipe where you take Rice Krispies and you take chocolate and you melt it. That makes a really good little crunch, and you can make a whole lot of that for next to nothing. You could get the big bag of Rice Krispies, like the ones that are in the bags. I forget the company that makes them. It's the inexpensive cereal, but you use that, and you can use chocolate, or you can use chocolate bark, and you heat up the chocolate bark, and you just stir it into this marshmallow or into the Rice Krispies until they're coated, and they're just really yummy, and they kind of cluster up and clump up, and that's also good if you have some sort of a Halloween party of the theme of Harry Potter, and you need some funky things in your potions lab. We also called them chocolate covered roaches because they look like little chocolate covered roaches. Okay, Mommy, go find some food. Malt-O-Meal, that's the one. Thanks, Pam. That's exactly what I was thinking of. It's the Malt-O-Meal bag. Yes, I love fudge too, and fancy fudge is probably my favorite of all time. Of course with pecans, because we live in the South and you have to have pecans. Although I'm finding more and more people that don't like pecans, and I'm really not sure what's wrong with those people. They're awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Another favorite that we always put in there is candy coated popcorn. If you have not tried this, this is a must-do. I like to use the old-fashioned popcorn that you have to pop on the stovetop or in an air popper. But you can use microwave popcorn if you want to. And you get the one that's just plain, no butter, no extra foofy. And you pop your popcorn, then you get the white almond bark, and you melt it, and you pour it on your popcorn, and you get it all coated in there. And wow. Okay, if you've never had this, Wow. And the almond bark is even better on cheese puffs. Cheese puffs, my friends. Chocolate covered cheese puffs. Who'da funk it? So you should try these things. These are fast and easy, and they make a lot, so you could get a bunch of those little bags at the Dollar Tree and just stuff them full. Which is good with my kids because I say, would you like to have a gift for your teacher? And they say, oh yes. And they start saying, well, you know, there's my teacher. And then there's my music teacher and my computer teacher and my PE teacher and the librarian. And occasionally I go to the nurse, so I need a present for her. And the lady at the front desk, I like her. Let's give her a present. And then all of a sudden, you need 10 gifts for one kid. And, may I help you, Samantha? So all of a sudden you need 10 gifts for one kid. And, yeah, it's crazy. Fresh from her recent performance at Central Elementary Winter Wonderland concert, it's Sam the Manta. Everybody clap. Yay, Sam! Yay, Sam! Maybe somebody will remember how to clap and they'll clap for you over here on the side. Molly says, yay, Sam! Sam, they're proud of you for going and talking with Mrs. Claus. So, stop. Here. Sam, are you going to help me with your project? Sam?
Yes.
What are we making for your teacher?
I don't know.
You don't know? We're making a tile.
A tile with a stamp on it.
Yes, and we're going to color it so it can be a coaster, correct?
Yay!
Sam, your name rhymes with Pam.
Sam, Pam?
Yep. And our friend Tam, whose birthday is today. Actually, it's tomorrow.
No! Please don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that.
So, do you want to tell them anything else?
No!
What else do you want to put in your baskets for your teachers? Cookies, maybe?
Yes!
Cookies? Cookies are good. We're probably going to do some candy cane bark. Hi, Susan. We're going to do candy cane bark, and I don't know if y'all are addicted to Pinterest like I am. But on Pinterest, they have this really cute craft, and they've used candy canes, and they turn them like this. So imagine this is the cane. Sorry, my candy cane is wonky. Okay, like this. This is like the crook of the cane. And okay, so they turn it like this to make a heart.
Oh.
And they fill it with chocolate. And you can sprinkle some more candy cane on top. Well, I found the little bitty Bob's candy canes that are so cute. And we're going to make some of those since we have to make a bunch of these between Sam and Will. And yes, I think I did pin it, Molly. It's very simple to make. Very, very simple. And then, of course, we're going to make the candy-coated popcorn because that's always delish. And we're going to do some apples and dip. And that's what I wanted to put up for you as a slide of the recipe. It's a very simple recipe.
Really good.
It is really good. What it is it's a block of cream cheese and a jar of marshmallow cream. And you leave the cream cheese out so that it gets nice and room temperature. And then what you do is you mix the two together. So you can do it by hand, especially if it's at room temperature. But if you have a mixer to put it in, that's really ideal, and especially if you're making a lot of them. And so you mix them together until they're good and mixed. And then I get the little, you can get them at the Dollar Tree now. I've seen them there. Or you can get the little Gladware ones at Walmart or your grocery store or wherever you go. Target, whatever. Gladware ones that have the little lid that are about this big around. And put your apple dip in there. And then I like to get like a green apple and a red apple and a gala apple and put them together. And it is so yummy. And it's really good on strawberries, or just to lick off your finger if you want to. You don't have to put any apples in there at all. Let's see. Yes, the hearts with the candy canes would be perfect for Valentine's. I think they would also be good if you took some cinnamon imperials or like cinnamon discs and crushed them up for Valentine's and made it really red. And so you have the cinnamon and the peppermint. I think that would be awesome. And I've seen the Christmas mice made with the Hershey Kisses. Those are very cute. Some people do them with the Hershey foil still on them, and you glue them together somehow and then decorate them and put a little string. You're laughing at all my food pins? I really like food. I like all kinds of food. The one that just says food is what I started with, and there's lots of recipes, savory and sweet. And then I started pulling the sweet ones out into one that's called Sweet Confections. And then I decided, well, as many fall-themed ones as I had, I really needed a fall food, and I really needed a winter holiday food. So, yeah, I have a food thing. Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, look, there's tons. And what we found out yesterday or the day before, if you're following me and you followed all my boards, I've added new boards, and you may not be following those boards. It's very odd. So check every once in a while, because as I start seeing that I start hoarding a whole bunch of one type, I have to organize it out into another thing. So, and I'll probably be having a lot more scrapbooking pins in the near future, getting ready for my scrapbook show in January. So, have we talked enough about food? You really need to try the apple dip, if nothing else, for your soul, because it's so good. Hi, Sandy. Welcome. Hi, Vedette. Welcome, everybody that just came in. We've been discussing food as one of the basket items that you can put in. And the reason I like the apple dip is because you can use red and green apples, and it looks really festive and really pretty. As you can see, I have my Sam the Mantha here helping me. And she is, I think she's ready to help. So this year, one of the things we're going to do is we're going to do an ornament of some sort. And I may end up showing a bunch of ornaments, I think in 2 weeks is what I'm going to do, is show you a whole bunch of different ornaments. Although, really, I may end up having, I probably need to have a special to show all these ornaments. And maybe do one before the kids take off to Grammy and Papa's. Because there's several ornaments that we make. And one of them uses pipe cleaners and borax and makes really pretty crystals. And that one's a lot of fun and a big wow. And that is really, really, really cool. Also for a Valentine's, because you can make the pipe cleaners look like hearts. Put a little red food coloring in the super saturated solution.
Can I show them?
Not right now. I think we're gonna do those on a special. And you have red hearts, or you can make your pipe cleaners look like a snowflake. Put a little bit of blue in them, or leave them white, and they're just gorgeous. So it's really cool. Anybody else? Am I frozen?
No, we are not.
I'm showing I'm good on bandwidth. Okay.
Wow.
Because, yeah, I have a live wire in my lap and we might be frozen.
Pipe cleaners are for food.
So, that's what we do. We get white pipe cleaners, but you can also get red or other color pipe cleaners. And a little bit of the color of the pipe cleaner will show through. We'll show doing these later. I need more humans around me of a bigger variety to do this. Because you have to make what they call super saturated solutions. And this is a great chemistry project. If you have older kids and they're doing chemistry in school and you want to talk to them about solutions and saturation, you can do this with them. And you use borax and hot water and you super saturate it, which really what that means is you put as much borax in there until it starts settling down at the bottom. And then you dip in your your pipe cleaner that you have made into a shape. And you need to make sure it can fit in your jar easily, because when you pull it back out, it's going to have crystals all over it. And it only takes like a day to make these. And they're just gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Of course you get to make loads of mess. So you make those up and they're gorgeous and they look beautiful in this. We always usually make a ornament that's about like this. Hopefully my kids won't want to make the ornament I made for the Christmas in July swap or hop, where I made the big origami one, because
it's yourself.
That's a lot of folding.
Oh.
Yes, they might be called Chanel stems or pipe cleaners. Actually, these ones are called fuzzy sticks. So, call them what you want. That's Sam. She's saying no. Okay. That's funny. Fuzzy sticks. This one contains 25 fuzzy sticks. That's hilarious. But, so, for our project in a couple of weeks, get you some pipe cleaners, or fuzzy sticks, or Chanel stems. And then get you a box of borax. And save some jars, some wide mouth jars, or even plastic is okay. This is when you want to, like, if you're doing a bunch of stuff with marshmallow cream, save those marshmallow cream jars. They are perfect for this craft. So, any questions? This is to do next time. We're going to have a special. I'm not sure when Fab is doing his Friday show. We may do a special next Friday. Yes, I like Fab's hot off the press ornaments template too. Those are beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yes, Susan, that is homework. Get your Chanel stems, aka fuzzy sticks, or pipe cleaners, and some borax, and a jar. Okay? Everybody got that? So we will meet back here next time with our supplies, and we will do that one. What we want to do right now is do our project with the tiles. Sam, are you ready to do the project with the tile? Yes, you are?
No, I want to put this on our project.
No, we're not putting that on our project. So, let's get our stuff moved.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. We're going to go down so nobody get nauseous. Okay? Just going to turn the camera down. Ta-da! Okay. We're going to use some chalk, our stamp.
I'm trying to get...
Can I get up for just a second? And some tiles. Entertain the people, Sam. Just a minute.
It's me, Sam. I am.
ahead, Sam. You want to tell them what songs you sang?
No!
Did you sing Jingle Bells?
Yes.
Yes. Did you sing Feliz Navidad?
Yep.
Did you sing I'll Be Home for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
No, you did not.
No.
Let's see if this works. Did you sing, what was the other song you sang? I got it. Yeah, I got the tiles out of the, whatchamacallit. Here, move. Out of the garage. My boss got to clean out a tile store, and we inherited a whole bunch of these tiles. And I have a bunch of them in the garage, and apparently the garage has friends living there. So, alright, these are called tumble marble tiles. And I used to get these a long time ago. And they were a lot softer. They didn't have all these holes in them. See how pitted they are? These are a little more pitted than I would like to use for doing Zentangle on. But they're still very nice, and we will still work with them. And normally, what I stamp with on them is my Memories ink or StazOn. I'm not sure if that's going to work like I want it to. Because, oh, I know where it is. Hey, give me the black ink pad out of that top drawer.
This?
Yes, ma'am. Or just bring me the top drawer. Can you bring me the top drawer? Bring it here. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Thank you. Okay, it's not in here. Can you look in the other top drawer? Because, and the reason I like that is because it doesn't move. I may try this anyway. That's a very heavy drawer, Sam. Thank you for bringing it. It's not in that one either. Sorry. If you need to buy the tiles, you can buy them at like Home Depot or one of the home improvement stores. You want to look at what you're buying because you don't want something that is real pitted. But if you can't find anything that's not real pitted, you could stamp your critter on paper and then glue him on to glue the paper onto the tile. And I think we'll do both of that way. I think he should too. I love these. This is a house mouse stamp. Hey, cool. Okay, just ran my hand over it. It's stuck to the tile. So I think we should be good to go. Alright, so I'm going to show you this both ways because it's two different looks. And really, it's pretty cool. I just helped my class, for Sam's class, do a basket. And I made a yellow jacket basket. And in the basket were some tiles with the Yellow Jackets emblem on them. And this is how I did them. Because I don't have a Yellow Jacket stamp, I needed something that I could put on there and it work. So I did it this way and it worked just fine. So I'm going to show you both ways to do this. I've cut a piece of cardstock 3.5 by 3.5. And so I'm going to also stamp on this. Sam, you want to come over here and show people how to color these? Please? Ma'am? Uh-oh. It's not good to hear uh-oh from you. Are you instead going to play with yarn? You want me to color? Okay. So I've stamped using just plain old Marvy ink. Normally when I'm stamping on tile, I will use like Memories or Stays On. But it didn't move, so we're going to go with it, guys. And I'm going to use chalks. These are my old decorating chalks. And actually these are my newer decorating chalks because my old ones look really bad. And so I smiled pretty at my mama and she sent me some new ones. So, and I'm going to color them the same way. Now these are something I got at convention. And I've had for years. And they're just strange. And they're called Fantastics. And they're made by Sinico. And they come pointy or bullet shaped. Mommy's finding food, Molly. She'll be back. And basically, for lack of a better explanation, it's a plastic tube with something about the consistency of a filter on a cigarette. It's weird. A little bit, this one's a little bit stubbier, kind of hard. And it's great because you can take it, get color on it, and just, you know, color. Now, these are fun. The other thing, I got these out for Sam to use, but since she's not doing this, I'm going to use them. Normally, when I'm coloring with my chalks, I use my clip on a stick and some little pom-poms. And it looks like this. But since she was coloring, I was going to give her some sticks because I thought this would be easier for her to handle. But instead, she's going to sit on the floor and play with yarn. But that's okay. I start early when I'm trying to get projects done for the teachers. Because expecting your child to sit and do this all in a big rush on one day is just not realistic. You know, they just don't sit still for that long. So, do they? I got an interesting little gifty in the mail. Oh, the pointed one, yeah. Yesterday, I got some really neat, cool products for my Sakura design team that I'm on. And I've got some new stuff that's being released at CHA that I am just very excited about. It's beautiful, 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 beautiful. But then the guy who owns the company just sent us a happy. He sent a package of Spectrum Noir. And it's really cool. I got the yellows that have like some marigold and dandelion colors in them and sunflower colors in them. But, I mean, they're just gorgeous colors. So, yeah. They look really cool. I just played with them, just threw some color down to see about them. He's supposed to send us a coupon so we can get some more. You know how I feel about my big markets, so. Now, you see I'm going onto the tile. I'm going under the tile and just straight on. And it's doing just fine. And this you let it sit and it'll stay on. It doesn't move anywhere. I'm going to make my eraser kind of red, like a school eraser. I think this will be cute for the teacher because, you know, they have school supplies. No, she doesn't sell these applicators, but I can have her look and see if she can get them. This was just something I had at convention, and I thought it would be easy for Sam to work with. Ah! I need to get the box back out of this room. Yeah, share away.
No.
Samantha, please leave the cat alone.
I just let her go already. Let her for a little bit and let her go.
She doesn't want to be loved right now. Thanks, Fab, for sharing that link. Amanda's there. I think she's probably working on projects. I'm sorry everybody's feeling poorly. I think yesterday I got the rest of my Christmas shopping done. I think. I have a couple of projects I gotta finish. I'm gonna put a little gray underneath the mousy as well. Right here. Kind of make a shadow under him. So it looks like he's laying down. Amanda may be playing with her phone and not be able to, you know, talk to the rest of us. Oh, yeah, she's still feeling. I think Amanda has the flu. Amanda doesn't want to admit she has the flu. But I think Amanda has the flu. So, okay. I didn't color the hands of the little critter. Hang on. Hand. Okay, so he's colored. Now, the one on paper, we could do something fun. Let's see. If I have a silver pen here, maybe. I don't know if I have a silver pen. I don't have a silver pen, but I have a sparkle pen.
Yeah, that's my girl.
The one on this, we can add a little glitter to the pen.
Oh, that's my girl. That's my girl. You're funny. That's my girl. That's my girl.
You can barely see the sparkle. It's a Stardust pen. It's by it's by Sakura. Actually, that's not the Stardust pen. Hang on. No wonder you can't see the sparkle. Here's the sparkle pen.
When she sees it, when she sees a piece of string hanging out of the tree, she gets it and goes like, I tried to get it. I tried to get it.
Did y'all understand that? I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with it in a minute, Pam. I'm not going to spray it with sealer. I'm going to use a different product. Okay. Now, did we see this wonderful sparkle? That's from a pen. This is the kind of sparkle you need. Molly, this is all about you. This is called Stardust. It's by a company called Sakura, but it's not the Sakura, like the Sakura Hobby Crafts. These are the people that do the Micron pens and the Jelly Roll pens. They have been making these pens for a gajillion years. And
when are we gonna set up our tree?
Sunday. And they helped to really implement the rollerball pen and how wonderful the whole technology and everything is theirs.
I thought it was this week.
Yeah, Sunday is this week. And so this is really, really cool. If you've never tried this, this is great because it just puts sparkle on anything you want sparkle on. You don't have to glue. You don't have to glitter. You don't have to make a mess. You just put your little jelly roll down and it does the rest. Huh, that was a little rhyme. So my mouse needs a pink nose, and then I think I'm done here with him.
Message received.
Now, the cool thing about this, working on the paper, is that if you get out of the lines or you want to change something, you can just go and erase it gently. So, like here, I got out a little bit. I can erase it right here. Okay? Or around his nose. Now, you can erase on here also. Like, maybe I didn't like the color of his tail. I want to go with a different color. This will totally erase also. Because we haven't, put anything on it to keep it from moving. Now, when I first learned how to do these, I probably wouldn't do this with using the Marvy ink. But if you use the StazOn ink or even the Memories ink, you really don't have to put anything on here. You really don't. You can just let it go, and as water seeps down into the tile, it sets the ink further and sets this further. Now, after years and years and years, then it starts to lose or fade. And I really think it fades more than it loses. Mom has some that she's had for years that finally have faded that Will made a long time ago. So, just a thought. 2 different ways to do this tile. Now, since I did this way, I probably want to add a little color to the edge also, just to bring that to life because it doesn't really blend with this too much. It does kind of look like tofu, doesn't it? Here you could use ink. I'm just using the chalk because that's what I have out and I like it. Okay. So there we go. I have one outlined, and I'm going to leave this one alone. Okay. So I'm going to move him for a minute because he's just ready for his clear coat. There's nothing else I'm going to do to him. I'm going to put my lids on these. Now, you could use a number of products to adhere this. You could use your Xyron, run it through the Xyron and put it on. I like to use crystal lacquer and Fab uses water and teriyaki sauce. So anyway, I'm just putting this on here. I'm going to glue this down. Now, at this point, I could, if I wanted to, go back over the whole tile with 3D crystal lacquer. But that would be too easy, especially when I have clear coat in my possession and we want to play with that. So I'm going to let that sit for just a minute. But that is what I used, this technique here. I printed off some background paper with my printer, and I used just some digi paper that I had acquired. I plan to use some Amanda's digi paper to do some things for some stuff around my house. I want to make me some Christmas ones, and I'm going to use, this is my favorite digi paper that Amanda has done this month. Yeah, it's awesome. It's part of her Christmas set that has some little gingerbread men too, and it's this one. Yeah, I like digi paper. Digi paper is very happy to me. So anyway, Amanda can give you the website to go and download that scrumptious paper. But I used, for my Yellow Jackets ones, I did a background page of some stripes that match Yellow Jacket stuff. And then I put the logo, I cut it out and put on top of it. And I just adhered it all with the Sakura 3D crystal lacquer. Okay, so this is on. See? It's stuck pretty good. And now what we're going to do is we're going to stick it down really good. So let me get what I'm going to use for that. Remove this. I'm going to get this product out. I know, they're so cute. I love them. Love them, love them, love them. Now, I would recommend that if you don't already own some cheap, inexpensive cookie sheets that you can get like at the Dollar Tree, that you go find some, because they are perfect for crafts like this. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Because you can mess them up, and if you accidentally stick your project down to your craft sheet, then, you know, there you go. You can just peel it off or pop it off. Now, I'm going to stick on this because really I would like to use this for something else, if not cooking, but something else crafty later. That's what I bought it for. I'm just going to stick some white down. You can totally see brownies in that. I can totally see this made into a magnetic board, is why I bought it. So, focus, people. We're not having pizza. Okay. Now, when I say you could use the clear coat, this is why I say you can use that. This has the crystal lacquer over the top of it to make it have a shiny finish. Okay? Let's see if I can get that under there. So you see the shiny finish on the paper? That is what crystal lacquer can do for you and for your life. Night, Sam. So you could totally have coated the whole thing with crystal lacquer. What I like about crystal lacquer is that I put this here and it totally stayed. It didn't go anywhere. You're going to see in a minute that sometimes you have to chase your clear cast around. Yes, this looks ceramic. This is actually was a washer that I made a mold of. And I casted the washer in the white real fast casting stuff. And in the amazing mold cast. No, amazing casting resin. That's it. And so I casted it in that. This was before I had our new yummy powders to put on this. We have some powders that could make this different colors. This I used paint and alcohol inks to get that color. Now, this side I cut out a piece of cardstock, pasted it on here, and then I put my crystal lacquer over the top of it. What is nice about this is this size washer is really heavy in real life, and this is very, very light. I did these in a couple of different sizes, and added some little crystals to the top. And they're very super light, and they're a lot of fun and easy to wash. So, but crystal lacquer can make a nice top coat, but instead, we're going to use Amazing Clear Cast. Dun, dun, dun. Are y'all ready? This is so much fun. So much fun. Okay, this comes with a part A and a part B. And they recommend that you do this in a well-ventilated area because it is casting resin. This resin, unlike the white casting resin, takes 24 to 48 hours to cure. Yes, Susan, you'll be glad you're here because you get to see the game of chase the lacquer. So you need your cups, and the person who used the cups last time did not apparently could not be bothered to clean the cups. So hang on just a minute. Let me clean the cups out. Okay, so we have these little measuring cups. We're going to use this one. This one's clean. Okay. So I'm going to pour some Part A in one side. And this is not going to take a whole lot. I'm probably going to do about 2 fluid ounces. And you do equal parts. Does it smell? A little bit. It encourages you not to inhale or ingest. But it has a little bit of a smell. Part B is really stinky. I do not suggest you do that. So I've done like half a dram of each, or 2 drams of each, or something like that. I've done equal parts. Yes, it's exactly like measuring hair color. Now, the best thing to use for stirring these and mixing these, I think just for the economy of it, is a, whatever you call this, a, you know, someone, anyone. I've lost my words today. It's a popsicle stick. That's what it is. It's a popsicle stick. Thank you. A lollipop stick. A craft stick. Not a fuzzy stick, right? That is too funny. Okay, let me tell you about something funny I found at the Dollar Tree while I was at the Dollar Tree. I went to the Dollar Tree looking for those bags that you stick over a project, like a basket, and then you melt them so that they shrink wrap. Well, our Dollar Tree was out of them because probably everybody in town is doing that. And I've poured them into this paper cup. And I poured them into a paper cup so that I can dispose of it when it's done. So anyway, I walk in, and I always look at the Dollar Tree flowers because sometimes you find some really cool little things, right? And I went through the flowers, and they have over by all of the whatchamacallit, all the Christmas, all the poinsettias and all that kind of stuff. They have a bag that looks very similar to our bag of pipe cleaners, only it's this random little bag of bendy sticks for what do you call them? They look like juniper or pine. I mean, they're just these, they're about this wide, I guess, and they're very strange. I'm not really sure what you would do with it. Okay, I guess make your own tree. So this is a this doesn't set up as quickly as the other. You used them, Susan? I can't wait to see what you did. It comes clear like it is now. And it looks very bubbly. But those bubbles, can you see in there? They're like a bunch of little tiny bubbles down in there. And it's very thick. You can't see it being thick. But you can, maybe, can you see the bubbles down in there? And one of the notes that it says is the bubbles need a chance to escape. On these, this is perfect because they can escape. So, there's bubbles in there. I can't get it to show. Well, I started pouring like this with just a little bit. And I wanted to make sure with the paper that I sealed the edges. Because this is going to be used as a coaster. Cups are going to sweat on it and stuff. And I don't want it to go under the paper. So I want to make sure the edge of this is sealed. This is very similar to a product that my husband used to make keychains with in college. And this seems fine with the Marvy pen. Oh, it did really cool over the glitter pen. I'll show you that in a second up close. Now see, I didn't use a whole lot and it's trying to drip over here. And this is interesting on the paper. It soaks through the paper, and this white spot down here is it just hasn't soaked through the paper yet. But when I did these the first time, I got just a little too much of this on here. And I got it over to the edge here and thought it was all hunky-dory. And did the rest of them because I was doing 4 of them. And it started leaking. So you can see around the edge it starts leaking. Now there's a spot there that I can kind of see that looks like it has not enough on there. And down here even. And this has a nice even coat on it. And it's very shiny. Yes, a little goes a very long way. So, the other night when I was doing it, as you can see, it keeps going. On the edge, you see where it's already right here on my paper. So, I let it do that for a little bit. Then I decided to swap the paper out from underneath them so it wouldn't stick to it. And I did that like twice. And then all of a sudden, it seemed to have quit. And I thought it was done. And so I went to bed. And when I woke up, I had to pop the paper off of this and then end up cutting them around. Putting coins underneath. That's a good idea. I think I have some pennies here. I'll do that. But can you see the sparkle of this underneath that? I love that. I love, love, love that. Okay, let me get some pennies. Well, then you'll have adhered your pennies to the thing, you know. Let's see, I've got pennies here. I know. That pen is awesome. They sent me a bunch of really cool goodies to play with. So, I've been trying to be a good girl and get through a couple of projects that I have to do before I sit down and just really play hard. But I've got to play some because I need to get my my art journal worked on. I mean, it's, you know, I wish that is some craft show money. That's the change I need to put back in the bank. So, thanks guys for the stack it on pennies idea. I'm going to put this under here so that it's under and not getting drained on. Ho-ho! Y'all are brilliant. I love my brilliant crafty friends. Okay. So, we're going to pour on this one. Now this one, we can just pour. So, now what might be fun here is to use like a powder, like a Pearl X or one of the amazing Alumilite powders that we have, and just, you know, go in with a little bit of water and get that paper clip. That would have been cool. You know that y'all are amazing and crafty. I know y'all are asking about Miss Bev. Bev is fine. She's been kind of under the weather, and that's kind of wiping her out. I did talk to her today. She wanted me to know that she'd be at the show if she could, if she was feeling good. But I told her not to stress about it because, you know, her health is much more important. She's been kind of under the weather, and her husband is supposed to be having a procedure done soon. So, but yes, I have talked to Bev, and she's just kind of, you know, kind of like the rest of y'all I see that are all have the crud. Now, this said that it takes 24 to 48 hours to cure. I was able to touch it and move it. It was still a little tacky, but I was able to pick it up and I didn't have to worry about it sliding off. Like right now, if I held it upright, it would probably just slide on off. But I didn't have to worry about that after not even 24 hours. It was probably 12 hours that was that dry. And then, because I picked it up and I cut the paper off that was stuck to it. Night, Fab. And I moved it to another piece of paper so it finished drying. And it was dry by 24 hours. So 18 to 24 hours, it was dry. I think different products will dry differently. If you do a molded project, instead of just using it as a clear coat, it might take longer. And that was where it was cautioning about making sure you did what you could to get the bubbles out. So, on this one, I'm just kind of pushing right there to see if maybe that white space will fill in. Doesn't seem to be though. But there they are. That's the one without. I'll be curious to see how dimpled this gets, where the porousness of the tile is. So, and then there is with, which is a really nice alternative when you get a tile that's extra porous and you want to, you know, do some Zentangle or something that is, you know, ink intensive, and you need it to be still, you know. So yeah, the tile by itself is really unique and interesting. I think I'm going to do some of these in kind of a steampunk fashion. I have some really cool cogs and clock stamps that I love, and I think I'm going to do some of those on there and make some like that. I've got some tiles that in that collection of tiles that I have out in my garage that are in some brown colors and stuff, and I think it would be great. I know, just for giggles and fun to make me happy, Sigrid. Which does remind me, this weekend I'll be putting up my call for my Valentine's Steampunk blog hop. I believe that's in February, I think. I'm going to move up here. I think, no, February 11th, I believe, is the thing. I think, maybe. And I'll be putting up the notice where you can go in and fill in. Yes, Susan, you are already in it, but if you would go ahead and fill out the form for me when I post the form in that little group, I would appreciate it. That helps me get it all together for February. So, but that will be coming up on my blog. Yay! And I plan to do a post about that pretty soon on my blog. Yes, Sigrid, you are too. Fab is too. Vince is going to create another amazing free giveaway. And I hope to get some more giveaways to go with that. So it'll be a lot of fun. I had a lot of people post on my blog saying, please let me know when your next one is, and they wanted to be a part of it. So hopefully it'll be lots more people. That would be a lot of fun. So I'm really excited about that. Also, I'm like maybe 3 or 4 people away from being at 300 followers on my blog. I thought that was awesome. Welcome back, Sandy. And yes, Terry will be in it again. Pretty much everybody who was in it last time is going to be in it, and we'll just get some more people added to it. So that will be awesome. So hopefully, you know, I'd like to see it grow. I don't know how big I want it to grow, but I'd like to see it grow. We'll do it quarterly. And then I'm going to have a 20th anniversary blog hop. Me, hint, hint. Yes, of course you can join us. I will post a blog post, Sandy, on Sunday and put up the form. I use a form to get everybody logged in so that I have personal information on you that not everybody else gets to have. But and then also it tells me, you know, do you plan to give a giveaway or that kind of stuff. So I'll have your emails. Not everybody's going to have your emails. And then I'll have your blog link and that kind of stuff. And, you know, your firstborn's blood and things like that. But anyway, but if you want to give a giveaway during the blog hop, you know, you just let me know. And I try to put a star by those people so that they can be, you know, highlighted for that effort or whatever. And then when I'm building my InLinks, I can email you all the InLinks link, and you can add it to your blog and put you in the group and everything. Yes, we stalk each other, Sigrid. Maybe Molly would want to do some steampunk quilling. Would that not be awesome? There's your challenge, Molly. Steampunk quilling. You're hiding, Molly. We would all love to see it. You could so do it, Molly. If anybody could do it. See? I think Oh, try it, Molly. I make it fail-safe. Ask Amanda. The cool way about, I think it's cool, it's my way of doing blog hops. I like to have a lineup. And what I do is I put it in an NLinks. And the way the NLinks works is I administer it and nobody else has to. I give you a code, you put the code in, and that's all you have to do. You don't have to say, well, the person in front of you is and the person behind you is. No, you're already at your blog. You can look at your list and you go, oh, next, they go to the next picture. And so, let's say we have a lineup and Susie Q drops out. All I have to do is pull Susie Q from the list. Nobody else has to do anything because you have that little link in there, and I can do it like that. And if Susie Q comes along later and decides, oh, I'm sorry, my link failed or whatever, I pop her back in and voila, she's back in the blog hop. So, well, see, that's not going to happen because there won't be. I have the power. That's exactly right. I control it. I say who is in, who's not. And if there's a flaker, I pull them and nobody. I promise. There's somebody in here that could attest to that if she wanted to. So, but yeah, it's a done deal. And the reason this is because I've been in hops with over 130 people. And it's insane to do that. And they did this last time, and it was amazing how that worked. And I've been in blog hops with like 20 people, and inevitably, no, Susan, you were. Oh yeah, you were in the one with like 140 people. But I've been in blog hops with like 20 people, and they just, for whatever reason, they sign up for these hops and they don't take them seriously, and then they flake on them. And I get so frustrated with those people. But I still like the hop, I like the theme, and so I'll do it. But I wanted to do it differently because I wanted to be able to, if there was a problem, take care of it without having to sit and call and beg and plead for someone to answer. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. No, the only one that I've really done where you go back and forth or come back every day and answer is the 12 Days of Christmas, because I really want that plate of stamps. I love it. And I think if I win, I should also get the Jingle Bell steps because I was dedicated. So, yes, I've got to catch up on some stuff. It's a beautiful plate of stamps. If you are not hopping on the Viva Las Vegas stamps, blog hop, oh my gosh, you need to. Susan, put a link to your blog in there. Not steps, stamps. The background, the Jingle Bells background that is the music is to die for. See, that said, I might not send any unloved ones because I love every one of them. And every time I see another of the DT's creations, because there's 6 or 7 of y'all, right? Susan, put the link to your blog in. Unmurdered. There's like 6 or 7 of y'all. There's Leah, Linan, Amy, you, Terry, and Dee Dee, right? That's 6. And I've been pinning on Pinterest. There's a page of 12 Days of Christmas inspiration. And they're doing one each week. Susan is, I believe, the last on the hop, but she has a link back to Terry, so you can go back all the way to the first one. And you have to comment every day on that one. And so 6 times 12 people, 72 comments. Yeah, I've been a commenting fool. but they're really cool. Yes, you have to comment on everybody's thing every day. And so what I do is I comment. No, you're not too late to join because you could go back and comment. As long as you've commented on all of them. I hope not, because, you have time to catch up. I think so too. Yes, 3 days left. See, every time I comment, I pin. So that way I know where I stopped commenting, and then I go and I pin. So like I'll go to Susan's tonight and I'll do yesterday's and today's. And if I'm still up after midnight and hers pops up, then I'll go ahead and do tomorrow's. But yeah, it's been quite the feat to get all those comments done. But I'm up for the challenge because I really want that. In case y'all did not hear, yeah, you will be up 48 hours, Sandy. I did win the Fave Crafts blog hop for November with my Rockstar accessories. I was very excited. It was a $50 gift certificate to Cut Right Crafts. And I got some really cool stuff. And it's not here yet. It'll be here, I think, maybe Monday. And I appreciate everybody who voted for me multiple times. That was awesome. That was really awesome. And, but things I won, no, I won't hunt you down if you win. The things that I purchased some felting stuff. I purchased a new die. Well, it's new to me. It's been out for a while, but I purchased a die. And I purchased some molds to use with the mold putty. And I purchased a Ceramcoat paint because it's becoming harder and harder to find Ceramcoat. So, and this one particular color I love, and there you go. Which die? I purchased the ATC die because I think I'm in love with ATCs, and I need it. I've been wanting it. I've been touching it. No, it's not pink. It's probably gold. It's a Tim Holtz die. I like pink too. But it's just the base. It's the ATC card, and it has 4 corners. So what did I make? I need to do an ATC swap. Oh, Sandy, you said the bad word. I had a swap addiction. I don't know if y'all are aware of that. And it was bad. It was really bad. I used to play on the Lifetime Moments board. Lifetime Moments used to be an online store. And yes, I have several paper trimmers. But this is different, Susan. And it'll cut thick cardboard really easy for me. Don't hate on the ATC die, Susan. So anyway, I would join swaps. And then I would join more swaps. And then I would host swaps. And my all-time favorite swap, I might be convinced to do that again. That, I did the first ever Survivor swap. And what we did is everybody spent $5 on whatever they wanted to spend $5 on scrapbooking supplies. And they sent me all the boxes. Yes, it requires me to go to the mailbox. I've been jaded because of that. Everybody sent me $5 supplies. And what we did is we picked a name of one of the Survivor characters from the Survivor. Survivor for Outwit, Outsmart, Outlast, something like that. Anyway, all the words for Will's Survivor Party are coming in my brain. But so we did Survivor Amazon. And Survivor Amazon was awesome. Everybody sent in their products, and I had a list of who all was there. Now, if you were the first person voted off, you got a booby prize. You got one $5 prize. If you were the second to last person voted off, you got a $50 prize. And if you were the last person voted, or it was at 25 and 50 or 50 and 100, I can't remember. But anyway, you got the lump of the products. So like if there were 20 people in there, I had $100 worth of products, so you couldn't have gotten 20 and 25. One person got $5, and that left $95. And so one person got 75 and the other person got 20 or whatever. It was awesome. We did that a couple of times. The second time, I had 2 sets of Survivor people running at the same time. And I would only let you have one person because it would, I mean, you could be in 2 separate ones, but you could only have one person in each chunk. Just simply because I had so many people wanting to be in them. That was a cool swap. But what killed me on my swaps is I was in this one that was an embellishment swap. And it was a color embellishment swap. And I was fiber. And I sent in all of my fibers for the whole rainbow. And I got back all but my last one. It is a lot of work, Vicki. That's one reason why I don't want to swap anymore or host swaps. But the other reason is because I can't say no. I get to a point where I'm like, oh my gosh. And I did a couple of swaps. Sandy will remember. I did a couple of swaps at the beginning of last year. And I decided I needed to not get sucked in. And so I pulled out. But, I mean, I fulfilled all my swap requirements, but I didn't sign up for any more. There can be a lot of cost. The scariest point for me was when I decided there was a person who was doing a swap and it lost its hostess. The hostess just bailed on them. And it was a rather significant swap. It was a flower one, and they were page kits for flowers. And you needed Night Pam. You needed to have, like 3 elements, like a title strip, a journaling strip, some mats, and then an extra element. And I can't remember how many categories I filled in for on that. It was a lot. And I made page kits for each one, and each group had about 5 people in a group. And there was probably 10 groups. And the only thing I had to buy was glue. And I decided maybe I needed to be spending my time creating pages instead of page kits for everybody else. And so I got all that back out to everybody, and that was a lot of work. We saved that swap. That swap was going in the tanker, and there was a lot of really upset people. And we saved that swap. And, but, wow. I mean, it was overwhelming. It was time consuming. The good thing about swaps, I would say, is if you're fairly new to a medium, be it card making, ATC making, tag making, scrapbooking, whatever, swaps are terrific for honing your skills. I will honestly say that because of swapping, the things I know and the skill with which I do it is because I've done it over and over and over again. And so that is a positive for swaps. If you're fairly new and you can find a reputable swap hostess who will take care of you, then I would suggest it. If you're, wanting to hone your skills and become more adept at a certain technique or a certain idea or creating things, just creating, period. If you can find a good hostess who will take care of you and who will make sure everybody participates and gets their stuff done, then I like that. Yeah, Exactly, Sandy. And I'm so proud of you because now you're on the design team. And, you know, you have your blog and your stuff is great. I enjoy looking at your things. So I'm proud of you for that, you know, to step out there and get in the light. So you're getting good. You are good, Sandy. So, I mean, and that's what, I mean, people ask me how I know these things or whatever. It's because I've played with it. I keep playing with it and keep playing with it. I research about it. I look up at it. I say, can this go further? For instance, I'm not going to show you what we got. I'm going to show you what I did with it, though. The product we got, I pulled it out. And the first thing I did before I did anything else is I sat down and I said, okay, what does this do? And what can I do with these? And what will make them work? And, you know, just played with them. So that I would know that, okay, if I do this on black or dark color paper, it does this. If I do it on white, it does this. If I mix it with stuff over here, it does this. Cool. I like that. I'm going to do this more in a more presentable fashion, other than just a strip of colors, so that I can keep up with what each of these does. Yeah, messing is great fun. So, I mean, and that's what art journaling is about, is just creating and figuring stuff out on your paper, and I really like that. There was a real interesting topic. I don't know how many of y'all follow Balzar Designs. I think it's Balzar Designs, Julie. She does the art journaling, and she does scrapbooking, and she works with Prima, and she has her own line of templates. Not templates like what Fab uses, but the stencils. She has stencils. Thank you, Vidette. Stencils. Beautiful stencils. I'm very excited for her. I think they're great. She did a really cool piece this last week about the future of scrapbooking, and, you know, basically the conversation. It was like a radio post, and the conversation on this panel that she was on was that, you know, back when I really started, when Mom started her store, it was in its boom. It was at its height. It was ridiculously flooded with a lot of people. The year I went to HIA, which is now CHA, I went with my mom. It was in Dallas, and quite literally, scrapbooking took over the Dallas Convention Center. It was bigger than all the other areas of crafting combined. It was huge, 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 huge. And it was ridiculously saturated with all these companies that don't even exist anymore. The neat thing about Lifetime Moments is that it was huge, wasn't it, Molly? The neat thing about Lifetime Moments is several of the ladies that I knew from there were some of the people that all of a sudden had a business, like Junkets. I don't know if y'all remember Junkets. She was a friend of mine from Lifetime Moments. That was the first year that Maya Road came out. It was incredible. Incredible. So much creativity in there. So many products. Oh my goodness. Well, now you're seeing all of the small businesses fail or close. You're seeing Recollection stores close. And now you're seeing your scrapbook supplies back again at Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Joann's, that kind of thing, or the online stores, like Mom's Little Store, or some of the bigger online stores. And, yeah, or they're getting bought out, whatever. And the question was, do you think it's on its demise? And the answer was no, it's normalizing. Because everything does that. You know, quilting had a heyday, and now it's quilting. And rubber stamping had a heyday, and now it's rubber stamping. So, you know, it's not going away. It's just normalizing. And I really like how she talked about that, because I thought that was quite true, and really very helpful for where I'm going with my shows and stuff next year. I'll still be doing Crafty Gig, where I can bring you fun stuff, but because I need to scrapbook, because I'm the memory keeper in my family, and I want to produce something for the kids to remember, and for myself to remember, and to share with them. I need to scrapbook. And it's part of what I do. And so the companies that are about family heritage and all that kind of stuff, they will keep scrapbooking going. Scrapbooking has been around for hundreds of years. And I scrapbooked just differently from the time I was about, well, younger than Will. Will's 11 now, so probably 9, I think, was when I got my first scrapbook from my mom and dad for my birthday. And I would keep cards and letters and ribbons from school, and, you know, just different things in it. But now I scrapbook differently. And so, you know, it's still there. It's still kicking. We're just doing it different. And so, and then she talked about another interesting thing, was that there was a mom and a daughter who scrapbooked together, and they both started out together because they were asking, was there any need for print anymore? And the feeling was, yes, there is, because there's so many people. She said she goes to a crop with over 150 people at this crop, and probably 75% of them never get on the internet. And so, yes, there's still a need for print, which means there's still a need for those of us who want to try to get published. So keep that in mind, folks. When you're looking at things and you think, oh, everybody's on the internet now. No, they're not. And there's still calls, and there's places out there that have calls for such things. I think I want to respond in a post on my blog to this, because it's amazing. You know, it was always a dream of mine. I can remember trying out for Memory Makers, and one of my friends who had been on the design teams and stuff, she really encouraged me to do so. And I was really bummed when I was not picked for a master. Well, duh, I just started doing that that way. And while I have some skills, it's just insane to think that of all the hundreds of thousands of people that probably entered, that all of a sudden they'd pull you out, right? So, but the mom never went online, and so her style very, very much mimicked what is being produced in the magazines, whereas the daughter went online. I'm sure she's a Pinterest addict like the rest of us, and her scrapbook reflected all these different things that she had become involved with. Yes, exactly. Print, and some people, they have print editions and editions of both products. And they had looked based on trends in Google as to what is popular. And it was showing that, you know, scrapbooking was down and all this stuff. Well, many of us don't Google scrapbook anymore because we have our sites all bookmarked. Or many of us don't, you know, Google digital imaging and stuff, because we have, I mean, the last time I Googled digital stamps was, God, over a year ago. Because I've got friends who are into digital stuff, so I go to their blogs, click on the links that they like. I have my own links that I like on my blog. You know, it's a web of network. And so the trending through Google Trends is not a real accurate depiction of what's going on out there. So, Sandy. Sandy, you make me blush. So, yes, you have to be careful what you Google, Sandy. Because, yeah, some of those things, not so bueno. So, anyway, so that's, I mean, it was quite interesting. So, right now, my goal is in the new year. I'm going to share this with you, with my people, my audience. My goal is I will still have 2 shows a week for Crafty Gig. I'll do the 2nd and the 4th, as always. On the 3rd Friday, I am going to do a scrapbooking show. Yes, 2 shows a month. It'll be 3 shows a month, actually. I'll have Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig the 2nd and the 4th, as always, at 8 p.m. Central on Friday. Yes, not 2 a week, 2 a month. And then the 3rd Friday of the month will be Leslie Ray's Scrappy Gig. Will is still doing his shows. This weekend he is off at the Winter Camporee. I believe he will be doing his next scrapbook show on the 18th. Is that a Sunday? I don't have a calendar in front of me to see for sure. If y'all could look, not this Saturday, but next Sunday. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. He will do his show. Next Saturday, he has a shooting competition in the morning, and his Court of Honor is that night. So, it'll be Sunday the 18th. But he will be doing a show on Sunday. He's still doing 1 a month. That's about as much as he can handle. He has a lot with school and 4-H and with scouting. And unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, I think we've just about got all the schedule for 4-H and for scouting for the rest of next year. So, we should be able to do that. Well, he will be doing his recording as always, Sandy. So, I'm sorry. Yeah. You'll need to come. If you can come, come. If not, he'll be recording it and you'll get to watch it. Dawn, I hope your back feels better soon. I'm sorry it's giving you fits. Cool, Sandy. Sam did go to bed. She put herself to bed. She walked through a while ago and said, I'm going to bed. I was like, okay, night. So, yeah, she's done. She was done with everybody and everything. No, the cat is playing under the dining room table. I put the quilt over the top of the table and she's playing underneath it because that's what she likes to do. So, Sam loves the cat. She thinks the cat loves her too, and the cat really does love her when she's asleep. So, thanks, Vidette. I hope you are inspired to do some activities. Y'all want to see the mousies again? They're looking cute. Here we go. Ready? I'm going to do another show, I think probably next Friday, same time, and do more with some ornaments and stuff. I want to do those borax ornaments, so don't forget to get your fuzzy sticks or pipe cleaners or Chanel stems, whatever you're going to call them. And we'll do a bunch of crafts with flowers, or not flowers, with paper and with stems and things. So that'll be fun. Do some easy ornaments because, yeah, between the food and the ornaments and something like, the tiles that they can use, that's really super easy. The other thing that's really super easy is if you're going to do a little tile, the Dollar Tree has dollar mugs, but also Walmart had some really cute mugs for like $1.50, ceramic ones. So you could get ceramic mug, put some homemade hot cocoa mix in there, and you have your little coaster to put it on. And salt snowmen are very cute. Lots of cute ideas. Lots of cute ideas. I really want to make glitter snow for Sam's class. I think that is going to be so cool. It's like glitter snow Play-Doh. It's really pretty. So this weekend I am going to be making ornaments with the museum on Saturday from like 3 to 6. So if you're local and want to come down for a country Christmas in Stephenville, come to the museum. We're going to be doing lots of stuff. Santa's going to be in town. I think there's probably going to be some music and crafting and fun stuff, and it ought to be cool. Chilly and cool as in, fun, awesome. So we'll be doing that. And as you heard, Sam wants to put up the Christmas tree, so we'll be doing that as well. And then my boys will be home sometime Sunday, and they'll probably have cold toes. So he owes you a Harley if Sam talks to him. My son, I have 2 pictures of him with Santa. One was taken when he was 10 months old, and one was taken when he was 10 years and 10 months. Between those times, he said, I can't trust Santa. He's got gloves on his hands, and he's got a beard, kind of a shady guy, breaks into your house at night. I don't want to talk to him. And every year he would talk it up big. I'm going to talk to him. I'm going to talk to him. And then it would come down to it. We'd wait in line, sometimes for hours, because we are dedicated parents. And he would get up there and, I can't do it, Mom. I'm like, okay, let's go. And fortunately, every time where we had to pay money to get in the line, when that happens, they've given us the money back. And unless it's like a fundraiser, like the one up at the square is a fundraiser usually for project graduation. And so it's like $5 for them to get their picture taken with Santa. I'm like, no, really, keep it. It's okay. So last year was the first year in 10 years that he sat on Santa's lap and told him what he wanted. I'm not sure Sam will do it. She actually sat on Mrs. Claus's lap tonight. I was shocked, but oh so pleased. Good night, Amanda. I hope you feel better soon. All of y'all are just falling apart. Y'all don't need to fall apart before Christmas and the holidays and Chris Hana Yule, as we celebrate here. We have family who are Jewish, and we have family who are pagan, and we have family who are Christian, and so we celebrate Chris Hana Yule. So we try to do it all. But this is not the time to be sick, says the person whose lips exploded last weekend with fever blisters. But you're good? Oh, good, Susan. I'm glad you're good. But yeah, we have all of these things, going on, and so let's meet again next Friday and make some ornaments, and I'll show you what actually the teachers got, because by then we'll be done. We'll have finished all of our gifts and crafting. So ooh, Vicky. You know what's sad, Vicky, is the things like this are killing my hands. I had to ask for the non-child-proof caps, and thankfully they gave them to me. I can't take a flu shot. Thanks, Molly. I'm glad you came. Really seriously think about doing some quilling, steampunk style. I think everybody would be amazed and awed Your quilling is beautiful anyway, and I think you should try it. A blog hop is so much nicer than a swap any day of the week. Bye, Molly. Bye. Is Sigrid still here? Sigrid, did I see a question about my bracelet? Like this one? I need to photograph this one and get it up on the blog. This is my Jingle Bell bracelet that Bill made. It's a Survivor bracelet. I like it this way too. Let's see if it'll do that. Or get it up on the store, not up on the blog. There we go. Isn't that beautiful? I love Jingle Bells. This one's beautiful. I know you all want one, right? Okay. Well, I'm closing the show. So you know my future. We're going to have 2 shows a month starting in January, but because we're practicing this month, we're going to have an extra one. It's going to be an ornament special. I hope everybody thinks, you know, the people next door to you, they might like Apple Dip. Apple Dip rocks, folks. Apple Dip rocks. And it's real easy to get some dollar store baskets and some of those cute little bags. You can get like 15, 20 in a package for $1. Yes, next Friday, Vicki, we're going to do ornaments. I wanted to do some more ornaments, but my demo girl, she left. She went to sleep. Thank you, Cheryl. I appreciate you coming. I appreciate everybody coming. I appreciate the guests who are logged in off in cyberspace. I hope you came away from this with some ideas to give some gifts to people near you. Maybe you want to, was it jingle people or whatever it is, where you go and you give them a secret gift and they have to pass it on, pay it forward. Maybe some of those ideas will help you feel inspired to do that throughout the year and bring a little cheer to some people that otherwise might not have had it. The cool thing about last year when we gave gifts to people like the nurse and the librarian and all that at the school, I sent Bill up with Sam to go walk around and do that. And he said they all were really impressed because they never get gifts like that. You know, all the teachers get the gifts. But, yeah, the service people that help out, they never get gifts. And so, you know, they do a part to make my child's life easier at school. So it's a lot of fun. And it's something affordable we can do. A little bit of food, handmade crafty items. It's a good thing. Everybody have a good night. Have a warm weekend if you're in a cold spot, or a cold weekend if you're in a warm spot. And I will see you next Friday when we make ornaments. Remember, most of my items are available through cutandpastememories.com. And Leslie Ray's Crafty Gig is every second and fourth Friday of the month at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can follow me on Leslie Ray's Blogspot or become a fan at Leslie Ray's fan page and follow me on Twitter. I'm not a big Twitterer, but I try to tweet a little. And everybody, good night. Thanks for coming.